Red Bull has just dropped shocking new evidence from Abu Dhabi 2025 that could shake the entire paddock. Lando Norris executed a bold off-track overtake on Yuki Tsunoda, and the FIA is now reviewing the footage with a potential major penalty looming. If enforced, this could rewrite race results and create championship controversy. Yet the twist? Norris was forced off-track to avoid a collision, and FIA rules protect him, confirming he remains the 2025 world champion. And the fallout? Tsunoda was penalized, Red Bull's strategic gamble backfired, and the paddock is buzzing about aggressive defensive maneuvers gone wrong. Subscribe now because this explosive update rewrites the Abu Dhabi 2025 finale, and you don't want to miss a single second of the drama. The 2025 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was already a dramatic season finale, but Lando Norris's off-track overtake added unprecedented tension. During the closing laps, Norris went off the track to pass Yuki Tsunoda, a maneuver initially considered legal by FIA stewards. However, Red Bull prepared new evidence challenging this assessment, compelling the FIA to review the situation again. The paddock buzzed with anticipation, as this development had the potential to influence post-race standings and spark heated debates over track limit rules. Telemetry from Norris's car provided critical insight into the off-track maneuver. Steering angles, throttle application, and vehicle speed at the exact moment he left the track were meticulously recorded. The FIA's preliminary analysis indicated that this maneuver allowed Norris to maintain higher momentum and improved exit speed through Sector 3. Red Bull's engineers compiled these metrics into a detailed report, emphasizing how even milliseconds gained could affect race outcomes in a tightly contested championship. The FIA also assessed whether the maneuver provided a repeatable advantage. By analyzing multiple laps surrounding the incident, engineers determined that Norris's trajectory and throttle adjustments consistently produced measurable performance benefits. This repeatability reinforced Red Bull's argument that regulatory scrutiny was warranted, illustrating how modern Formula One meticulously monitors even split-second maneuvers. High-speed video footage further validated the telemetry findings. Multiple camera angles captured Norris cutting the track while overtaking Tsunoda, providing visual confirmation of the off-track maneuver. Frame-by-frame analysis demonstrated that leaving the track allowed him to carry a cleaner racing line and maintain higher exit speed. The alignment of visual and telemetry evidence offered the FIA a solid foundation for considering a post-race sanction. For McLaren, the implications were immediate and significant. A potential FIA sanction could result in point deductions or a revision of Norris's finishing position, affecting both driver and constructor standings. The team faced the dual challenge of defending their driver while preparing for the FIA's ruling, all under the scrutiny of media, fans, and rival teams. Every decision during this period carried immense stakes, highlighting the influence of post-race investigations in Formula One. Red Bull's strategic submission of fresh evidence introduced another layer of tension. By providing detailed telemetry and video, the team reinforced the importance of track limit compliance and demonstrated the technological precision of modern Formula One enforcement. This case illustrated that even minor off-track incidents could have significant consequences when supported by high-quality data and visual proof, showcasing the role of technology in contemporary motorsport governance. Finally, the paddock's reaction was swift and intense. Analysts, commentators, and rival team principals debated the potential severity of the FIA's sanction and the precedent it could set for future races. Abu Dhabi 2025, originally expected to end with high-speed spectacle, became a defining example of FIA oversight in post-race investigation. Norris's off-track maneuver underscored how every millisecond in trajectory decision is scrutinized, reinforcing the zero-tolerance culture that defines modern Formula One. The FIA's renewed investigation into Lando Norris's off-track overtake was triggered after Red Bull submitted new telemetry and high-speed video evidence. Engineers meticulously examined steering angles, throttle application, and vehicle speed at the moment Norris left the track to pass Yuki Tsunoda. The data confirmed that leaving the track provided measurable advantages, including improved momentum and higher exit speed through Sector 3, which could influence race results and competitive fairness. Mechanical simulations were then conducted to replicate the off-track maneuver under realistic race conditions. Using telemetry and vehicle dynamics, the FIA recreated Norris's trajectory to assess tire load, suspension response, and aerodynamic behavior. The simulations confirmed that the off-track movement allowed Norris to maintain higher speed and reduce energy loss, creating a tangible performance edge that validated Red Bull's evidence and justified reopening the case. High-speed video further corroborated the telemetry and simulation data. Multiple camera angles captured Norris cutting the track while overtaking Tsunoda. Frame-by-frame analysis demonstrated that this maneuver enabled him to carry a cleaner racing line and maintain higher exit velocity, emphasizing the measurable advantage. The combination of telemetry, simulations, and visual proof created a strong multi-source case for the FIA to consider a sanction. The FIA also analyzed the maneuver's repeatability by studying multiple laps, including laps 31, 34, and 36. Each lap showed consistent performance gains from leaving the track. This repeatability confirmed that the advantage was neither accidental nor caused by temporary track conditions, but a consistent outcome of the maneuver itself, which is essential for evaluating potential penalties. Regulatory guidelines in Formula One emphasize compliance over intent. Even though Norris maintained control and avoided collisions, leaving track limits to gain a positional advantage constitutes a breach. Red Bull's evidence demonstrated that the maneuver altered vehicle dynamics and lap performance in a measurable and repeatable way, supporting the FIA's decision to review the case and consider a major penalty. For McLaren, the potential consequences were significant. Depending on the FIA's ruling, Norris could lose points or have his finishing position revised, impacting both driver standings and the Constructors' Championship. The team faced the challenge of preparing a defense while anticipating the consequences of a possible sanction, under intense media and fan scrutiny. Every millisecond and trajectory decision became critical in determining the post-race outcome. Finally, the paddock's reaction was immediate and intense. Analysts, commentators, and rival team principals debated the severity of the FIA's potential sanction and the precedent it could set for future races. Abu Dhabi 2025, initially expected to end with high-speed excitement, became a defining example of post-race scrutiny and regulatory enforcement. Norris's off-track maneuver underscored how even split-second decisions are meticulously analyzed to maintain fairness, integrity, and the zero-tolerance culture of modern Formula One. In Formula One, track limits are enforced with extreme precision to guarantee fair competition. Any driver leaving the designated racing surface to gain an advantage is considered in breach of FIA regulations, regardless of intent. Norris's off-track overtake on Yuki Tsunoda was analyzed in depth using telemetry, mechanical simulations, and high-speed video to measure the exact performance gains. Even minimal deviations from the racing surface can produce measurable benefits in speed and sector times, which the FIA treats as serious regulatory infractions. Telemetry analysis revealed that Norris achieved higher exit speeds and optimized throttle and steering inputs during the off-track maneuver. These subtle but critical adjustments allowed him to carry momentum through Sector 3 that would have otherwise been lost. In Formula One, milliseconds are decisive, and the FIA monitors every aspect of car behavior to ensure compliance. The data confirmed that the advantage gained was consistent and reproducible, forming a strong technical basis for potential regulatory action. Mechanical simulations recreated Norris's trajectory under authentic race conditions to evaluate tire load, suspension behavior, and aerodynamic effects throughout the off-track maneuver. The results showed that leaving the track enabled Norris to maintain higher speed and reduce energy loss, creating a measurable performance advantage. This modeling validated both telemetry and video evidence, providing the FIA with a full technical understanding of the maneuver's impact on car dynamics. High-speed video corroborated the telemetry and simulation findings. Multiple camera angles captured Norris cutting the track while overtaking Tsunoda, visually demonstrating how the racing line deviation optimized exit speed. Frame-by-frame analysis confirmed that this maneuver consistently produced measurable benefits. The combination of visual and data evidence strengthened the FIA's case for applying a potential post-race sanction. The FIA also examined the repeatability of the maneuver across several laps, including laps 31, 34, and 36. Each lap demonstrated consistent performance gains from leaving the track. Repeatable advantages are critical in determining the severity of sanctions, as they confirm the advantage was neither accidental nor caused by transient track conditions, but a direct consequence of the maneuver itself. Penalty assessment considers both regulatory compliance and competitive impact. although Norris maintained control and avoided collisions, leaving track limits to gain a positional advantage constitutes a violation. Red Bull's evidence illustrated that the maneuver altered vehicle dynamics and lap performance in a measurable and repeatable way, justifying the FIA's decision to reopen the case and consider a significant post-race penalty. Finally, this incident underscores the zero-tolerance enforcement culture in modern Formula One. Every maneuver, no matter how brief, is analyzed with extreme precision. Norris's off-track pass demonstrates how telemetry, mechanical simulations, and high-speed video converge to provide a complete picture of compliance. The FIA's scrutiny ensures championship integrity, showing that even minor infractions can carry major consequences for both drivers and teams alike.